Hey everybody, it's Ren Carothers. Hope you're having a very nice evening. This is your Future Stars forecast, and boy, the tote board was lighting up at Keeneland. My goodness, we saw some seven-figure yearlings go through the sales ring at September, at the September yearling sale, and it was pretty exciting to track some of the action because there are so many star-studded pedigrees in that catalog. You can't really go wrong. So the thing that you're anticipating is who's really going to jump up and, again, collect seven figures. Multi-million-dollar yearling went through to top the sale at 2.5. This horse is by Tappet. He was consigned by Hinkle Farms, purchased by Godolphin, again, for $2.5 million. Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum was on site for this, and the connection that he already has to this horse is pretty significant because this horse is out of Seeking Gabrielle. She's a daughter of forestry, but more importantly, she is the dam of Nyquist. And Nyquist stands at Jonabell Farm. It's Godolphin's American-based farm, and it's the home of the Darley Stallions, and Nyquist, of course, is one of those. To remind you why Nyquist to have a sibling to Nyquist would be desirable, apart from the fact that it looks like he's going to be a successful stallion if his first crop is any indication. He was the only horse other than Street Sense, who also stands at Jonabell, the only horse other than Street Sense to win both the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, which he did in 2015, and then go on to win the Kentucky Derby. And that's a pretty cool feat, because what the Future Stars Friday program is now all about is projecting future stars, obviously. Horses that are not only going to show that form at 2 years old, but go on with maturity to be a Grade 1 winner, and hopefully a multiple Grade 1 winner, which he was. So Nyquist, I do have to throw this out there as well. He's named for Gustav Nyquist, who was a former Red Wing. I'm from Michigan. I love my Red Wings. I believe he's now with the Columbus Blue Jackets. But anyway, the cool thing, like I said, is that this horse is a half to Nyquist, but he is by Tappet. And we've discussed Tappet a lot about how he's a super sire. He needs no introduction. But I think at this point, it's kind of cool to look back at what makes Tappet so uniquely qualified to be a sire, that he does have a very strong female family himself. He was a Grade 1 winner. He won the Wood Memorial. We already know what he's done at stud. But don't forget that Tappet himself is a full brother to a mare named Home from Oz. She is the dam of Made from Lucky. He won the Peter Pan, the West Virginia Derby. But their dam is stakes winner Tap Your Heels. And Tap Your Heels, she was by Unbridled. Okay, so follow me here. She was by Unbridled. So this makes her a 3/4 sister to champion sprinter Rubiano. Rubiano was by Fabiano, Unbridled sire. So right there, you've got depth of pedigree. And I think people forget that. And as you go on, the pedigree continues to just give juicy black type runners. Grandma is Ruby Slippers, and Ruby Slippers is a daughter of Nijinsky, who won the English Triple Crown, and she's a half to Glitterman. And then great grandmother is stakes winner Moon Glitter, and she was a full sister to Relaunch. And Relaunch, I mean, he was a fabulous sire. He produced multiple Grade 1 winning millionaires with Anticipation, Skywalker, who won the Breeders' Cup Classic back in 1986, as well as Wacoit. And then Relaunch also sired Seize Tizzy, and Seize Tizzy is the sire of Tiz Now. Furthermore, Relaunch also is the sire of Baby Zip, and she is the dam of Ghost Zapper, who won the Breeders' Cup Classic, setting a track record in 2004. And then she's also the dam of City Zip. So you see just how influential this family has been. And with Tappet having that female family and also being a son of Pulpit, who is a son of AP Indy, I mean, it's no surprise that he has had the success he's had. But turning attention back to this colt's female family, again, his dam is Seeking Gabrielle, daughter of Grade 1 winner Forestry. She's a three-quarter sister to grade 1 or grade 3 winner Seeking the Sky, and Seeking the Sky is the dam of grade 1 winner and millionaire Sahara Sky. He won the Met Mile back in 2013. Last year at Keeneland September, Godolphin also bought this colt's half-sister by Warfront. They went to $1,750,000 for her. She's not worked yet. I don't know who her training connections are, but her name, if you want to track her, is Maria Rosa. So that is day 1's sale topper, hip number 75, a colt by Tappet out of Seeking Gabrielle by Forestry, a half-brother to Nyquist. Moving on, Godolphin also purchased hip 138. They went to $2,150,000 for this colt. He was consigned by Denali Stud as agent for Stone Street, bred and raised. And this colt is by another Darley Stallion in multiple grade 1 winner Medaglia d'Oro. And not only has he made a mark as a stallion, producing Rachel Alexandra and Songbird, don't forget he was a really classy racehorse himself. A multiple grade 1 winner. He won the Travers, the Dawn, the Whitney. He was also twice second in the Breeders' Cup Classic. This is the first registered foal for grade 1 winner Tara's Tango, and she's a daughter of multiple grade 1 winner Unbridled Song. Again, he was another prepotent sire. He won the 1995 Breeders' Cup Juvenile. He went on to be a grade 1 winner at 3, so it's a very nice pedigree. And going further, Tara's Tango herself is also a half-sister to another grade 1 winner in Visionaire, and Visionaire won the 2008 King's Bishop. So 2 very nice colts right off the top, taking the first and second highest sales price. We had 2 horses be co-third highest price. Hip number 172, consigned by Timbertown and purchased by Yuji Hasegawa. Another Tappet, and this one's out of Unrivaled Bell by Unbridled Song. So you probably recognize all of those names. Of course, we just talked about Tappet. Unrivaled Bell is the dam of, you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Unique Bella, right? Okay, so this colt is a full brother to Unique Bella. Unique Bella, champion female sprinter, champion older dirt female. Her scores include the Beholder Mile, the Clement Hirsch, the La Brea Stakes. Her dam, however, Unrivaled Belle, was no slouch herself. She won nearly $2 million, including the Breeders' Cup Ladies Classic, aka the Distaff. She also beat Rachel Alexandra. But this is obviously one of those, well, the pedigrees. Of course, this is desirable. So again, that is hip number 172, Tap It out of Unrivaled Bell by Unbridled Song, a full sibling to Unique Bella. The co-third highest price yearling for $1.5 million, hip 185. This one's consigned by Lane's End and was purchased by, check out this triumvirate, my goodness, Rapoli Sable, Vinnie Viola, and MV Magnier of Colmore. So you've got some ownership power behind this one. His name, he's already named this yearling. His name is Golden Whim, and he was bred by Jane Lyon's Summer Wind Farm. She's just been an incredible breeder. I mean, even in just recent years, she is the breeder of McKinsey, game winner, and a horse who just recently won on debut by 3 lengths, Mohawk. So, she's really doing well as a breeder. This is another son of Medaglia d'Oro and a full brother to multiple grade 1 winner and millionaire, New Money Honey. She won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf and the Belmont Oaks Invitational. Their dam, Weekend Whim. She's a daughter of Distorted Humor and a full sister to Haskell Invitational winner Any Given Saturday. Grandmother is Weekend and Indy. She's a daughter of AP Indy. I always say it, so here it comes. Our oldest living classic champion and Hall of Famer. I love him so much. I always call him Genetic Gold because don't forget, AP Indy is by Seattle Slew and out of a Secretariat mare, Weekend Surprise. He's a half-brother to Summer Squall. I mean, anyway, you know what I feel about him. If you watch the show at all, you know that I'm a huge AP Indy fan. But anyway, going forward, this family includes grade 1 winners Afifa, In Lingerie, and Phone Chatter. And if you remember Phone Chatter, she was game. She was 1993's Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies champ as well as Eclipse champion 2-year-old filly. So a very, very, very nice pedigree, very precocious. but horses who, again, go on to have talent later in their career. Now, the sales action is going to continue through September 22nd. Book 1 itself will wrap up on Wednesday. I'm going to keep track of what's going on. Wednesday is probably going to see the most anticipated yearling of all go through the ring. That, of course, is the American Pharaoh filly, who is a half-sister to Beholder, Into Mischief, and Mendelssohn. Talk about black type. My goodness. You see something like that and you really do wish anybody would wish that they're independently wealthy, of course, but if you want to collect horses just because they're pretty and they have really great pedigrees, you really want to be independently wealthy to collect on something like that, because that pedigree is sensational. Leslie's Lady, I've said it before, I will say it again. She is the blue hen mare of our modern times, and it's just exciting to see that she throws quality, not only sex-based. She's thrown a tremendously talented filly in Beholder. She's thrown talented colts Into Mischief and Mendelssohn. So with this horse being a filly, obviously we have high hopes for her as a racehorse, because it's always very cool to see a sibling to Superstar shine, but she will always have value being a filly. So pretty exciting. But again, the main thing that we're going to be talking about on Friday isn't going to be the sales, although, like I said, I'll keep my eye on it. It's going to be the fact that we have 6, count it, 6 win and you're in preps for the Future Stars Friday card. Here in the States at Churchill Downs, the Iroquois for the TVG juvenile, and that race is going to be featuring, hopefully, Dennis's Moment, who broke his maiden in sensational style, winning by over 19 lengths. And then the Pocahontas for the juvenile fillies. At Woodbine, our friends to the north, they're going to be having the Summer Stakes for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf and the Natoma for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf. And I'm hoping we see Fair Maiden in action. She could take on the boys. I think she's good enough. I'm not sure where she's going to go, if she's going to run, but I will keep my eyes on that. And then overseas at Leopardstown, the KPMG Champions Juvenile will be run for the juvenile turf, and the Mugler Stud at the Curragh, and that will be for the juvenile fillies turf. So action-packed weekend, lots to cover. Waiting for those fields to come out, and I'll keep you apprised of that. Always follow the hashtag Future Stars or hashtag Future Stars Friday as we get closer to the Breeders' Cup. We'll always are looking for stars to track. And in any case, I think we have some really interesting yearlings to keep our eyes out on going forward into their 2-year-old years. If you have a horse that you want to hear more about, maybe there was a horse in the sale that you want to know a little bit more about their family beyond what you see on the catalog page, or there's been a 2-year-old who's debuted that has really caught your attention, let me know. You can always tweet at me at Ren Carothers, and maybe we can discuss that on the show. This has been your Future Stars Friday forecast, and I will be back on Friday to talk about a big win and you're in weekend.